Good morning, students. Today we are going to start a revision for the same one. In same examination for history subject, total you have 6 lessons. Total we have 12 lessons for the board examination, but half portion we have taken for the same examination. So 1 to 6 lessons are there for your this examination, and that's why we have to start with the revision. Okay, so I have decided that we are going to start revision from the last lesson, which is lesson number 6. So we'll go like this. First we'll discuss about the 6th, then 5th, then 4th, and like this. Okay, so 6th lesson, which is Indian struggle against colonialism, that we are going to discuss today. So what exactly we are going to do in revision? In revision part we are going to discuss about the notes. Already I have given you notes. I told you to write notes in your notebook. We discuss the objective in live session also, and those objectives you should write in your notebooks. If you are not written, so one more time I am going to discuss all the objective, short note, brief answer, write in details, then complete the map, and everything we are going to discuss in this revision session. Okay, so student, if you have missed any answer, so this is chance you have got where you can just write complete your notes. Okay, so we'll begin. First I want to revise the lesson, that what we have learned in lesson number 6, which is Indian struggle against colonialism. Colonialism means when the European they came in India and they established their colonies, so that process is known as colonialism. So India, it was one of the colony for Britisher, for Europeans, and Indian, after some Indian, they started struggle against this colonialism. So what was the role of Indian in this struggle? That all we have learned in this lesson. Okay, and some more important points we learn in this lesson, like struggle before 1857. In this we learnt about the British India Company, which took complete charge of Khandesh. Then we talk about the Bhils, their revolution against Britishers. Then we talk about the freedom struggle of 1857. The freedom struggle of 1857, it was a result of mounting pressures because of increasing discontent of Indian soldiers in British Army, and also in political, social, religious and economic reason. Then we discuss about the background of founding the Indian National Congress. First we discuss about the background. The founding of Indian National Congress, it was the key event in the independence movement of India, and after that we talk about the actual founding of the Indian National Congress. On 28 December 1885, the first session of Indian National Congress, it was held in Mumbai. After this moment, we discuss about modernist and extremist. Then we talk about the armed revolutionaries in India, which was one of the movement against the British. Then some more moments we discuss, like Mitra Mela, Anushilan Samiti, India House, Gadar, Hindustan Republic Associations. All these organizations we had discussed. Then we talk about the great social worker who contributed himself in independence movement, and that person was Mahatma Gandhi. He was the non-violent person. With the way of non-violent resistance, he fought for independent India. We discuss about the Jallianwala Bagh massacre in 1920. Then we discuss about the Azad Hind Sena, which was established by Subhash Chandra Bose. And last one, Quit India movement of 1942. So all these points were very important points of this lesson. Now actual exercise we are going to discuss. We'll start from the first question from your textbook. So the first question, which is choose the correct alternative and rewrite the statement. Okay, now first here you should understand the question. Choose the correct alternative and rewrite the sentence means obviously you don't have to just write your answer, but you have to rewrite the sentence. So by filling your correct answer, again you will write your full sentence and you are going to underline your answer here. Then only you will get full mark. This question, it is for 1 mark. Okay, so there can be objectives like first one, which is given in your textbook. The region of had become a stronghold of Hansaji Naik. The region of dash had become a stronghold of Hansaji Naik. Here the answer is Nanded. I have given answer in red color. Then next, it was the British plant owners in Bihar were pressing the local farmers to grow only indigo is the correct answer. And this we have discussed in the lesson while learning the lesson, that the Britishers, they always forced farmers, especially in Bihar, to grow only indigo, because from indigo farming they were getting more money, more profit, and that's why they always force farmers to grow indigo plant only in their farm. The first session of Indian National Congress was presided by Vyomesh Chandra Banerjee. Everybody know this answer. So answer is Vyomesh Chandra Banerjee. Then you are find the incorrect pair from the group B and write the corrected one. So from this incorrect pair you have to find one pair which is incorrect and rest other pairs are correct. Okay, so incorrect pair you have to find out. Group A and group B. First one is Kuwar Singh, Lucknow; Nana Saheb Peshwa, Kanpur; Queen Lakshmibai, Jhansi; Chima Saheb, Kolhapur. So here the great personalities are given, social reformers are given, leaders of India, and you have to find out their native place. Okay, so first one only is wrong one. Kuwar Singh, actually Kuwar Singh, he was not from Lucknow, he was from Bihar. Okay, so first one is incorrect pair and rest other are correct one. Okay, now here student, you can get more options like Ram Singh Kuka, he was from Punjab. Vasudev Balwant Phadke, he was from Maharashtra. Shyamji Krishna Verma, he was from London, and Arbindo Ghosh, he was from Bengal. So like this means you could get more option. This is not the fixed pattern. So many names are there of the leaders, so more names could be there in your examination. So I want to say that you have to just find out the leader's name and their originate place, means where actually they worked, where they brought up, and which is their native place. Okay, now next question which is there in your textbook, that is question number 2. Write names of historical places, person and event. Okay, now this is little bit difficult question because here we have to remember the years, the dates, right, the person names. Years are more difficult to remember, to remind. Okay, so it will be better which are important moment, you should mention that somewhere in your book. You should mark that with the highlighter pen, so afterward when your exams are there, so that time you just go through that and you you will remember answer at the time of examination. Okay, so the region, first one is the region of the regime of the parallel government established in 1947. So here region name is expected in this answer. The region of the regime of the parallel government established in 1942. So the region where the government, parallel government established particularly in 1942, that you have to mention, and that is Satara district from Maharashtra. Answer I have given. The island which is conquered by Azad Hind Sena from the British in 1943. One island was there which was conquered by Azad Hind Sena when they fought against British. So that island name is Andaman and Nicobar. Okay. Next one is, okay, so student, here you could get more options like keepers of forts in Kolhapur state, means the keepers or who guard the fort, that person is known as what? Yes, the one word it is used in your textbook, if you will see. So the person who take care fort or the person who guard that fort, that person is known as Gadkari, right? Gadkari. So like this question can be there in your examination. One more I'll tell you that the Indian who took the responsibility of assuring the safety of Delhi during the war of 1857. The Indian means here you have to tell the name, right, here you have to tell the name of that Indian person who took the responsibility of safety of Delhi during the war of 1857. That person's name you have to mention here, and that person name is Bhakt Khan. Okay, so like this so many questions could be formed where you have to give the answer of that place, event or the year. Next question is short note. Short notes are for 2 marks always. Okay, so now if the short note is for 2 marks, so at least 4 points are expected to write. Okay, so at least 4 points should be there, and point should not be repeated, means it should not be like that if you are going to repeat the same point again and again. No, you don't have to do like that. Now if the question is like the extremist, so what is mean by extremist? You have to tell the concept clearly, then their principle, then some of the name of the persons who were extremist, who believe on extremist thinking, and what actually they did. So that you have to tell. Same for the modernist. If the modernist, it is asked, so what is mean by modernist? Extremist and modernist, two opposite concept. Extremist like Lokmanya Tilak, he was the leader of the extremist, that he always used to say that first we have to get our home back, our town back, and then only we can do reformation in the society. Means two type of the socialists were there before independence. Okay, so some socialists, they believe that first we have to do reformation in the society, then only we could get freedom, and somewhere like first we have to get back our hometown, then only after that, after getting freedom, we could do changes in the society. Okay, so the people who believe that first we should we should take our homeland back, first we should get freedom, and afterwards we can do the reformation. That thinkers or those socialists, they are known as extremists, and modern is like ki first you do reformation in the society and afterwards you fight for the freedom. Okay, so don't jumble between. So the extremist were the people who always to believe that first we should fight for our freedom moment, and after getting freedom we could do so many changes in the society. Okay, so that is the basic concept for the extremist and the modernist. And Lokmanya Tilak, he was a person who always felt that British government will not yield to application requests and speeches. Means he always used to believe that first we should fight for our freedom. Okay, when we'll get our hometown back, after that we can do changes in the society. Whatever changes we want, like means discrimination should not be there, gender equality should be there, then superstition should remove from the society, monotheism, people should believe for the one god only. So if we want all these changes, so first we should take our homeland back, because that is not our property. Okay, right now it is not our property, it is somebody else. So that property, it was India, it was the property of British. So first we should take our property back, we should fight for that, and afterwards we can do these changes. So it was like that. Okay, next short note, it was the Azad Hind Sena. Now what is expected in this answer? When we hear this name Azad Hind Sena, so first person who come to our eyesight, that is Subhash Chandra Bose, because he was the founder, he was the person who established Azad Hind Sena. Okay, so here we have to give the background of Azad Hind Sena, then founder member of Azad Hind Sena, then what was the participation of Azad Hind Sena in independence movement. All these things we have to mention in this short note. So at least 4 points should be there. Same question can be there for give detail also, so that time more points are expected. If the question is for 3 marks, so then you have to just increase your answer. Now here 8 points I have mentioned, but this much are not expected in your short note, because that is for 2 marks. So if you will write 4, so that will be also okay. If you will write 5, so it will be better. Means if you are going to mistaken somewhere, so that time you will get the marks for another point. So it will be better to write one extra point if you know it, and if you don't, then just leave it, write 4 and leave your answer. Here student, I want to tell that what you can do, you can just highlight your main points. Means now here in Azad Hind Sena, Subhash Chandra Bose, he was the person who established Azad Hind Sena in Singapore, right? And he always used to say that तुम मुझे खून दो मैं तुम्हें आज़ादी दूंगा. Means give me your blood, I shall give you independence. So this speech, it is very famous by very famous of Subhash Chandra Bose, and this words you should write in quotation mark. You should underline that year, you should underline the founder person of this organization. Okay, so these small things you could do to make your answer attractive. Okay, next is Prati Sarkar. Prati Sarkar, it was by Kranti Singh Nana Patil. He was the revolutionary who established this organization in Satara, which is in Maharashtra district, and he also fought for the British regime in Satara, and he established people's government there. So now here you could see that only 3 points are given by me, so that is okay, no problem. But if those 3 points are correct, there is no problem. If you know extra one, you could write it. Okay, either what you can do, you can make this 3 point as 4 points, so it will be better. Means in 3 point you could separate your 3 point in 2 parts, so that will be also good. So here the founder person is very important, and what was the role of Prati Sarkar in independence movement, that is expected to write. Now so many short notes could be there in this lesson, that I'll tell you that like extremist, the moderate can be there, can be asked. Then there can be asked the Section Act, the Surat split, what was the Rowlatt Act, it could be also asked. Jallianwala Bagh massacre, that is very important event from independence movement, that could be asked. Lucknow reconciliation, then Indian revolutionary outside India, then Azad Hind Sena, already it is there. So oral source of history, Indian constitution, so all these short notes could be there. Okay, so whatever short notes are told by me, you could find the answer for that and you can write it in your notebook, so that will be for your practice. Okay, then next is explain the following statement with reason. Now here one statement it is given and you have to give the reason for that statement, means you have to prove that statement by giving reason. Okay, so first is Lieutenant Outram, he was successful in crushing the revolt of the Bhils by the end of 1822. So here you have to tell the answer that why this person he got success in crushing the revolt, because the revolt which was by Bhils, they fought against Britisher in 1822 in Satpura, Satmala, Ajanta region. They came together, they fought against the British. Okay, they were under the leadership of Godaji Mahipa. Okay, near about 8,000 participants were there in this revolt. Then also why they defeated, so you should be able to give the answer, because here the Bhils they were recruited to protect the travelers, and here Mount Stuart, he was the person who offered them jobs and pension, and that's why the Bhils they accepted the offer of Mount Stuart and they continued their work over there. Then the Major Morin, he was the person who forced these Bhils to surrender, right? Then around 1822 the revolt under the leadership of Hariya Bhil, it was crushed by the Captain Robinson. Then another one revolt of the Bhil in which thousands of Bhil they participated and it was crushed by Lieutenant Outram. So like this reasons you have to tell me. First you have to give the background of that thing, that what was the revolution of Bhil, first you have to tell that, and where it got started. So it got started in Satpura, Satmala and Ajanta, where all the Bhils from that region they came, they united together and they fought against Britisher, right? And then you try to prove this statement by giving reason, that is important. Okay, so like this answer is expected from you. Okay, then next one is that Lokmanya Tilak, he encouraged the Indians to take advantage of the First World War. Again same thing you have to do, you have to tell, you have to give the reason that why Lokmanya Tilak he how he encouraged the Indians to take, because when he had returned from the Mandalay when the First World War had begun, and Lokmanya Tilak he said that the war had put up the British government in a difficult situation. He knew that this is the right time to fight against this Britisher, because they became weak somewhere. It was the right time for pressing the cause of the Indian independence, and all these things you have to mention here. Okay, then next it was the Rabindranath Tagore, he gave up his title. So why he gave up his title, do you remember that? Because the Mahatma Gandhi he decided to protest against the Rowlatt Act through Satyagraha. And here the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, this movement it is there behind this thing where the Ravindranath, he gave up his title sir because it was given by Britisher. Okay, so when he came to know this massacre, so that time he decided it created the wave of anger all through the India, and Ravindranath Tagore, he criticized this thing, and that's why he gave up his title sir, which was given by Britisher. So he also wanted to show his anger through this thing, and that's why he gave up his title sir. Okay, now this thing, state your opinion. Here you have to give your opinion is expected. According to the Swatantra Veer Savarkar, the independence war of 1857 was the first war of independence event. Why this war? It was the important war of this Indian, that you have to tell, because it was the many communities had revolted against the British before 1857. Okay, Swatantraveer Savarkar, he mentioned in his book that it was the first war of independence because it was a freedom struggle that started as the result of increasing anger, unemployment, despair in the people, disbelief. And because of this, what happened? The common people, they became angry, their life, it became very difficult, and that's why they wanted political, social, religious and economical change in the society. And because of all this thing, that was the starting, means the first war of 1857, it was the starting for the independence movement. Okay, so here they were adequately armed and fought with the great valor. Here all the Indian soldiers, they came together against the British army, they revolted against the Britishers. And in Delhi, Meerut, Kanpur, Lucknow, in all part of India, they had gone, they fought with a great valor, with a great courage. And that's why somewhere in Indian history, it mentioned that that was the beginning for the independence movement. Okay, so this question, actually it is for 3 marks, but sometime it could be asked in a different way for 5 marks also. Means if this question it is for 5 marks, so how it will be? It will be like that, um, give information about Swatantra Veer Savarkar and his contribution. It will be like that, explain how, according to Swatantra Veer Savarkar, the Independence War of 1857 was the first war of independence. So if this question it is asked in brief, if it is for 5 marks, then again you have to write the background, then main content, and then you have to sum up your answer. And always your answer should be with points. If you will see, so in my notes also you will get the points 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so point should be there because the person can read your point wise answer. If you are going to write answer with the paragraph, so that is very dull, it is not attractive. Okay, so it is better to write your points always in point, in a point form. And I told you one thing, that if the question is for 5 marks, so what you could do, you could frame that wave chart. For economics mostly you prefer that pattern, so that you could do. Means for background, what you can do, in middle you can write the concept, and then you can make the arrows, and you just like mind map, you can present your answer in that wave diagram only, and afterwards you can go with the points explanation. So that will be bigger also, and it will be exact also. If the person, the checker is going to see your mind map or that wave diagram, so he will come to know that you know the answer, whole answer. And in that wave diagram only he will be cleared that yes, this person is knowing the correct answer. Okay, so my suggestion is, but when you are going to do this, if the question is for 5 marks, if the question is for 3 marks, so no need to do that. Okay, now here so many question could be there where you have to give your opinion, like um, Indian National Congress, it was the first organization in India which was pulled the people from all the quarters of India. State your opinion. Then Mahatma Gandhi is the leader of India's independence movement. State your opinion. Champaranya issue and Mahatma Gandhi, what do you think about this? State your opinion. So many questions could be formed. Okay, and answer the following question in detail. Here you could get the questions like describe the Quit India movement. So here you have to write beginning, then goal, then whatever the adopted divergence, then raised appeal by Mahatma Gandhi because he was the important person in this movement, Quit India movement, then accepted mantra which was do or die. So many points could be there. The movement was crushed before started, common tactics, socialist leadership, the other active groups, then direct impact on the British. Okay, in this lesson some questions could be like write the answer with the given points, and question can be the freedom struggle of 1857 was the result of political, social, religious and economic reason. So you have to write the brief information about 1857 revolt. In that you have to mention the doctrine of lapse, discontent of Indian soldiers, new land revenue system, plight of laborers and common people. Second question will be like describe the war of 1857 with the help of the given points, and points will be the capture of Delhi, the spread, then the de facto leaders of the revolt, impact and so on. Okay, so like this question could be there, means so many questions could be form, and you have to just go through the whole textbook, you have to go through the line by line. Okay, don't miss any line, because from the exercise only the question will not be there in your examination, and question could be formed in a different way. So just try to understand the question first and then only start writing answer. Okay, so try to get more question. You can form your own question, objective, descriptive, all type of the question you can form by yourself. Try to write the answer, make your own short notes, make your own statements with the reason and solve that. Okay, so I hope that basic idea you have got, that how to write the answers. Tomorrow we are going to revise the lesson number 5. If you have any doubt, any query, you can ask me anytime. Okay, thank you and have a nice day.